الرامن اشتغلنا ورق هناك في طويلة.
تاخد بالماء قلاري لو
لا ما حكي بيجي تايب سي كام مثلا.
So in the famine declaration in the different parts of Sudan, we're definitely seeing very poor food consumption. People are going for days without eating. We're seeing very high levels of severe malnutrition, and we have many reports of mortality, but we do not have strong evidence on mortality yet, which is why we say there is evidence of famine in 2 locations and then 20 other locations at risk of famine in Sudan. This is related to conflict, for sure. These are areas where it's very, very difficult for us to access, but it's also areas where there's very few limited markets functioning, very poor access for households for their regular livelihood activities. Well, what we're looking for is we're trying to access people wherever they are. We know people are in need, we know where they are, and we're having real difficulty accessing them in some areas. So we're doing all we can to do that right now. We're also trying to anticipate where people will move to. And so right now we're doing that in the in the west of the country. We're looking at where people will be moving from the el-Fasher area to other areas towards the border, and so we can support them there. That being said, in other areas of Sudan, as I mentioned before, areas where people are returning, we're trying to support the conditions for return, so allowing them to rebuild their livelihoods or resume farming, for example. It certainly is a concern for us. I mean, there definitely are more visible conflicts and more visible humanitarian crises in the world, but Sudan is the largest in terms of the scale of it and the urgency that we need at the moment to draw attention to the needs in Sudan, to draw funding for Sudan, but also to get support for diplomatic solutions, because there's no humanitarian solution in Sudan. What we need is peace, what we need is ceasefires so that we can access people where they are.